Good morning, guys. So in my last video I said we were forecast rain for as far as the eye could see, and I've woken up this morning to just the most beautiful day. So I thought I would make the most of it, grab my camera and come out here and do a tour for you. So it's third week in March now, and things are just starting to come to life, so I thought it would be a good opportunity. I've been saying I'm going to do it for ages because we've been doing little bits and bobs here and there, but I've not done a proper walk around since the very first one, so thought we would do that today. I think I'm going to split it into two parts. I'll do the food forest and everything pertaining to that, and then the vegetable fields and everything pertaining to that, just because I know that different people are interested in different things. Yeah, let's go have a look around. Just in case I sound a bit diseased, I am a bit diseased. We spent last weekend in London for my birthday, which was lovely, but inevitably I had come back with germs, so just bear with me on that one. Hey beautiful, how you doing? Hey? You were so good. So first things first, let's head back up to the house because there's a couple of things that started from seed that are showing something. So let's have a peek at those first. I mean, there's loads of things for the annual garden, but talking food forest now. Okay, so most of this stuff is annual veg, but there are a few things in here for the food forest, so let's take a peek. These here are Welsh onions, so these 4 rows, and haven't they come up great? So they'll be going out soon, which is wonderful. These are asparagus from seed. They're just starting to come up now, which is great, so I'll have to find a space ready to put those out in the food forest as well. We've also got some herbs, some of these are perennial things, so they'll also be going out in that garden. But we'll come back to that once there's more to look at. Okay, that's it for seeds indoors. Oh, this door. A couple more bits. Oh, hey pussycat, where'd you come from? A couple more bits over here to show you. So some overwintered herbs down here. Let me, hang on. Hey little buddy. This is Jack. He likes to walk on the cold frames. Right, so in here, these are chives. They've come back really well, so I'm chuffed about that. This is our sage. He's coming back well, needs a bit of a tidy up and a bit of a weed, but he looks good. This little pot here is thyme. He's really trying to survive, so I need to find a good space for him where he can spread out. And then in here we've got oregano, which, nope, I'm still diseased, still can't smell anything, but it looks good. And then in here, I had to batten down the hatches a little bit because it's been hella windy. We've got a whole load of weed, but this is my rosemary that I took from cuttings off my plant around the corner. I'll show you that in a sec. And they look good, so I need to get them out of that pot and pot them up properly. The plant they came off is literally over here. And doesn't he look beautiful? Yes, all right. One in. Alright, let's head down to the stables and see what is going on down there. Can't believe how nice it is. Spring really is coming. I can feel it. These are the willow cuttings that we took. They are looking good. I need to find a space for those pretty soon. This is some catmint. They are exploding out of their pots, so again, let's find a space for those soon. Alright, in this cold frame, what are we looking at? This is our Egyptian onion. They look really, really happy. I want to get them in the ground ASAP. These here are some seed grown rhubarbs. I moved them outside a couple of days ago after that frost ended, and it's just been wet and windy. I thought it's actually not that cold out here, so let's let them get maximum light, especially if it's going to be quite overcast. That, ugh, come here little guy. This is a perennial leek. He's not coping with the being out here as well as the Egyptian onions are, but I'll pop them up and see what happens. These are some seed started dahlias that I've just potted up, and we'll see how they go. I'll find a nice space for them in the food forest when the time comes. This is the broad beans for the annual garden. I've got a couple of strawberries in here. I need to work out what to do with the strawberries. I think I'm going to have to protect them quite heavily because we have a lot of birds, but I'll make a plan on that. This one, I don't know if this is alive. Which variety is this? Cambridge favourite. He's not looking so hot, whereas this one, Florence, has definitely sprung back to life, so he's looking good. In the back here, these two and these two are grapes, and I need to find a spot for those. Pretty sharpish. Alright, let's head around to where the actual food forest starts. I think that we are probably done for frost now. I mean, I'm not taking that for granted. I'm not going to throw anything outside that is frost tender. That's just asking for it. But I think we're probably done for frost now. But we'll see. In here I popped a peony. I think he's just starting to show his head. These little pink nubbins, he's coming up, so that will be nice. That's just on the entryway into the food forest, so that would actually be really lovely if that does take hold. I did get a rhubarb. He's in here. He's looking a bit sad, feeling a bit sorry for himself, but he's had to put up with a lot since he came out here, so we'll just wait and see how he goes, bless him. So as I say, we have had a lot of wind and rain, so everything out here has been a bit battered. So this is a good chance for me to do a proper look at everything as well, and see how they've coped, and see if I need to sort of tweak where my plans are for things to go with the weather that comes through here. But let's have a look around and see. Okay, so coming over from the rhubarb, over here we've got a pear tree. I've left these on for now just so I can tell what's what, but I have made a plan inside of where everything is, so I do know. He's starting to spring to life, so that's exciting. These leaves were out before we had that frost, but seems to have coped okay, so pretty hopeful for that. And then if we come over here, we've got our opal plum. Look at the leaves on that baby. He's really trying to live. Gorgeous. And there's still an empty hole over there. If we come over here, this is supposed to be an elderberry, but he's not come to life. There's a couple more which have, so just have to wait and see. Look at this little guy trying to survive. What are you? You might be able to see there's a lot of nettles out here, and that's why the dogs don't come with me out here. If you've ever had a dog with nettle stings on their paws, you'll understand why. This is another elderberry. He's trying to live. And again, some more little signs of life. This guy over here is our fig. I need to do a serious weed around him. He is a leaner. No signs of life just yet, but we'll see how he goes. I think we've had a casualty over here. This was a crab apple. I don't know if this is just wind damage or... There are a couple of little gnaw marks down here, and there's more of that in the rest of the food forest, so I will show you. I think we've got something being a pest. So if we come through here, this was my wild rose, and as you can see, he has been chomped on by something. I've got some weeds in here I need to take care of, but look, he's been bit decimated. So he was looking quite nice, but he's taken quite a serious hit. You know, these poor babies were attached, so something's had a good go at him. See the progress on the chicken coop. I've been a bit waylaid with it because of the weather, but we'll get back on it as soon as we can. Down here I've got a white currant. No signs of life yet on him, but that's alright, we'll wait and see. And this here is a gooseberry. Might be starting to bud up in there. And then if I follow this path around, over here, this is our Bardsey apple. No signs of life on him yet, but he seems... he's not fallen over, so I'm going to take that as a win. Over here we've got another crab apple, which I think has had a bit of a whoopsie. Yeah, that used to be on there. Don't know if that's rescuable. Poor little guy. Carry on around. Here we've got another crab apple. He looks a lot more significant. So they were quite varied in size, the crab apples, when they came in. It seems like the little ones just haven't coped, but this big one seems quite good, and he's nicely placed between my Bardsey over there and my James Grieve over there, so hopefully he'll help us out with some pollination when the time comes. Carry on around here. This one's standing tall. Is our cherry, and he is looking nice and strong. Might be starting to put buds out. And then down here is our Victoria plum. Seems to have got with the wind okay. Still standing. Oh, excuse me. Okay, if we carry on up here. Who are you? I've forgotten what this is. Hang on. Okay, I'm 90% sure this is my other cherry tree that came from the bargain place that is B&M, and he's coming to life. Doesn't feel too secure in there. I did leave this support with him, so I did a bit of reading up on whether or not I should be supporting these young fruit trees, considering this is quite an exposed, windy site. And the consensus was probably not. They're on quite vigorous rootstocks and they're young. So the theory being, I guess, that if they go in young, they should be able to put out enough roots and they'll adapt to the environment that you put them in. If I put a more mature tree out here, it might be a bit too late for them, whereas these ones should be able to deal with it. But that being said, I have had a few snappings, so I don't know whether I should or not. If you have any thoughts on it, please do share. So thus far I've not, unless they've looked wobbly. But this one did a little bit. Oh, from this side I've just seen a bit of damage on this tree. Let me show you. Look here at this. What would do that? It looks like it's been gnawed on, but we're talking a good foot up off the ground. See, there's some damage I'm going to show you in a second where it's been gnawed quite low, which I thought would be rabbits, whereas this is quite high up. What would chew bark off of a tree this high up? I don't see deer around here, but it could be. Right, so this here is the biggest casualty we've had so far, and it's my blueberries. So here, as you can see, all of these fallen bits were attached, and they've just been chewed off of here quite savagely. This one has still got enough life on it, I reckon, whereas this one has been taken right down to the base. I wonder if I can save these, because they've just chewed them off and left them there. So I wonder if I'll be able to save them. I might grab these cuttings that have been left, whatever I'm going to call them, and see if they will pot up. I don't know if they will, but I don't think this one's got much hope. So it's worth a try to try and save them, because something has had a right old go at those. And they've not even had the decency to eat it. But moving on, over here we've got our James Grieve apple, and he's been quite chewed down here as well. As I say, this is quite low, so I think I'm going to have to put some protection on for these just around the bases to stop things from coming up at them, because that's going to be a problem. So that's on my to-do list. These are elderberry. They are springing into life. Look at that gloriousness. They are doing well. These three are all elderberry. Over in this corner we've got our hazel. They're looking okay. Starting to bud a bit. So we'll keep an eye on those. And back over here, I think we've got another cherry. Yep, no signs of life yet on him, but he seems to have withstood the wind pretty well. No damage on him just yet. Carrying on around here, that's another crab apple. He's still standing. And over here, what have I got? My John of Goals. Now, I've done a bit of reading. If you watched the video where I talked about these, I didn't know much about the varieties that I got from B&M. I just took what they had. And this one, now having read it, it needs 2 pollinators. I'm not sure that I've got that with the grouping of the others, but it's in now, so we'll just wait and see. If it's not going to work out, then I'll change it up later. I think that's everything that is currently in the food forest. So that's how things are progressing at the moment out here. Some things are springing into life. Some things not just yet, but it's still early days. As I say, we had a frost not that long ago, so I'm not too worried if things haven't come out yet. Sorry, I'm a bit out of breath, but germs. Oh, I forgot to show you my raspberries. Hang on. Here's the raspberry canes that we put in not that long ago. They're starting to show life, which is great. I need to get in here and weed a little bit, but they're doing okay. So all of these hedgerows are bramble and blackthorn, and so it won't be long before they're springing back into life, I am sure, which is good in the sense of we'll get lots of blackberries and sloes, but they also take over a little bit, so that work will have to restart again soon. So what I'm going to do now is get those blueberries in some soil and hope that they survive. I don't know if they will, but it is worth a try. And that's an update on where we're at with the food forest. Hopefully in a couple of weeks' time there'll be a lot more movement and more things to show you. But on the to-do list is preparing a strawberry bed. I'd like to put my strawberries out there, but I do want to keep them a bit more protected than I am most of the things out there. I need to put some protection from, thinking probably rabbits that have caused that damage, but either way, something around the outside of the bottom of those trees just to stop things getting directly at them and chewing at them while they're this young. Otherwise, we will wait and see how they go. I've also got the perennial alliums to go out, which is very exciting, and hopefully we'll get some herbs out there soon as well. So it is all kicking on. Now I'm going to go and do a loop of the annual garden, and so that will be the next video, is the tour of how that's all progressing. Cheers, guys. So I've potted those up. I've given them a water in. I don't know if they're going to live. I've left them at all different sizes just because I'm not sure what's best. I need to do a bit of reading on it, but while the weather's nice I want to be out here doing outside jobs, so my research will have to wait till later. But if anybody's got any knowledge to share on blueberry cuttings, then please do share. I would love to hear it. Right, on to the annual garden tour. Next video. Bye.